Welcome back to the program. Let's go live to Paul Kelly, Editor-at-Large at The Australian. Paul, national security front and centre today via a speech from Wong saying Peter Dutton's been amping up the prospect of war with a superpower. Mr Dutton's retort, he says that it's nonsense and that Wong's comments could have been made by Paul Keating. What do you make of where this has landed this afternoon?
Look, what we've got to do in this country is just cool down. Calm down in terms of this debate we're having at the moment about Taiwan. We need to maintain the current policy. We need to maintain strategic ambiguity as the approach to this issue, which has been the approach for many decades now. And it's the approach essentially that Scott Morrison and Foreign Minister Marise Payne have followed. I think Peter Dutton's comments a couple of weeks ago that it would be inconceivable that we would not be involved in a conflict if the United States got involved was unwise. I think some of the comments Wong made today are unwise. In particular, her claim that the Morrison government is amplifying the Beijing fatalistic position that the only answer on Taiwan is unificational war. I don't think that is the position of the Morrison government. And we've got to be pretty careful with this election campaign coming up. National security will be an important issue, but we've got to be very careful that we don't get involved in an unwise debate, which is actually going to damage the national interest with accusations being made by government and opposition against each other, when the reality is that in policy terms, there's essentially a bipartisan approach to China. That's the sort of fundamental point here. It's the important point here. And we need to, I think, have both sides using careful language in what's going to be a very brutal, in what's going to be a very brutal and contested election campaign where national security will be an issue. We've got to ensure this doesn't get out of control.